Peace. What it is, man. About to do a quick little video. We're gonna be talking about. Hold on, I got my tea right here, son. Hold on for a second, son. Sip of my morphine tea, cuz. What's good? Yeah, man, we're gonna be doing a quick little video right here, man. Man, we're gonna be talking about being broke. What it is to be broke for real, son. Hold on, son. Let me quarterback this real quick, man. Make sure everything copacetic. We'll be talking about what it is to be broke. You know they programmed us to see broke as, being in poverty, not having no money, not being able to buy things. You're just in an effed up financial dilemma. You know what I mean? Just in an effed up financial dilemma. And you hear the normal supportive foundation of when people get money, they normally blow it because they never had nothing. When that's not the reason they blow the money. See, if you pay attention to their lifestyle, they actually revealing to you what being broke is. Being broke is not how they, how they want everybody to see it, as far as you not having money and you not having wealth or nothing like that. Because if somebody was broke once upon a time, and now let's say they get like $1 million, that would mean they no longer broke. You know what I mean? Somebody's broke, not having no bread, nothing. Not being able to buy nothing. They just living in poverty. And now they have $1 million. That person would not be considered broke. Because they got bread now. You know what I mean? But how they misguide the interpretation is by saying, well, this person ain't never really had nothing before, so when they got the $1 million, they just went on a crazy buying spree. And they wound it up broke again. Nah. See, being in the Matrix, that's how they want you to see broke as. But the reality is being broke is to exhaust resources. That's what being broke is. When you exhaust resources. Also got to do with, you know what I'm saying? Because I spoke about this before, man. Breaking the connection with the higher beings. But we dealing with it on a different layer. It has to do with them exhausting resources. You know what I mean? Because if all it would take for you to not be broke is to have $1 million, why is it that you run through the money, which places you in the same situation that you was in before you got the money? You know what I mean? Because ultimately, this whole broke thing on this level I'm breaking it down on is to be someone who exhausts resources. You know what I mean? They exhaust it. They exhaust the resources in a way that's not beneficial for them. And it doesn't only have to do with money. Because being broke is a lifestyle. It's not like a feature where it have to do with a individual aspect that's a part of other aspects. You know what I'm saying? It is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that these people have. And it has to do with them exhausting. In other words, they consume things that are not beneficial. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't enhance them. It doesn't raise them up. It doesn't, quote unquote, make them a better person. Whatever they touch, they exhaust. Because, being broke is a vibration. It is a vibration. It's a frequency to be broke. It's not a coincidence the beats go hard to keep so-called black people broke. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't, like, money is not the ultimate representation of someone not being broke or being broke. You know what I mean? It all has to do with that individual's vibration. They vibrating on a broke frequency of the exhausting. Notice that people who are broke have a lifestyle that represents exhausting anything that has the potential to be great around them. Pay attention. They exhaust anything or anyone that's around them that has the potential to be great. For instance, cats in the hood get some money. They go buy an expensive car. Now that car, they get a little Benz or whatever. That car got the potential to be great. You can use that car to generate way more money than you actually pay for it. You know what I mean? But what do? They drive the Mercedes-Benz, a brand new Mercedes-Benz. They pay like $60,000 for. They drive it like a hoopty. You know what I'm saying? They doing all these unnecessary speeds in back streets. 50, 60 miles an hour on back streets. Doing 40 miles an hour over speed bumps. Constantly mashing the gas and applying the brakes. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they are exhausting the potential of the car. You know what I'm saying? They are taking the car out of the prestigious form that it's in and slowly pulling it into that hoopty state. They don't go get tune-ups. They don't even maintenance the car. Their idea of maintenance in the car is getting a car wash. That's their idea of maintenance in the car. Oh, I'm going to get a car wash. I'm straight now. You know what I mean? They not getting the computers updated. They not getting tires rotated, wheel alignments. They not checking the pressure on the air. They not getting no tune-ups, no spark plug changes, no oil change, oil filter change, air filter change, transmission fluid change. They not checking the light bulbs. They not doing no kind of test that sustains the potential of that vehicle being used for something in a way where it could generate you more income. You know what I mean? They exhaust the life out of it. You know what I'm saying? You bring these same kind of people into a nice house. You can bring these so-called broke people into a nice house. Now, they could come into the house and say, wow, this house is so nice. It looks so pretty. But pay attention to how they move in the house. You will start seeing them reconfiguring things in the house to make it look depreciated. You take them into a nice spot, like a nice, let's say you take them, they go into a nice restaurant. Live band playing, live music, live instruments. You know what I'm saying? They got exotic foods, fine juices, fine wines up in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up in there is having, you know what I'm saying, casual conversation, having some nice conversation. Everybody, the whole mood in there represents luxury. Because don't think luxury is like ultimately materialistic items. It's a vibration of stable energy. You know what I mean? Where the energy is stable. Luxury represents stable energy, calm energy. But you keep stressful energy out. These people, these poor people, they are embodied stress energy. Now they come up in the restaurant. They got to be all loud. Oh, what is this? I can't pronounce this. $300 for this? Dang. You know what I'm saying? It's like they bring in the broke vibration in there. You know what I'm saying? They want to contaminate it. It's like they bringing the energy in there that's not even supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Looking for attention, aka looking to download that vibration in somebody that's in that restaurant, so they could potentially be broke as well. They call it the hood mentality. You know what I mean? They call it the hood mentality. It ain't no hood mentality. It's a broke mentality. Meaning that your thoughts is broken. It's vibrating on a broken frequency. You know what I'm saying? If you look and see what these people eat, that's broke. Now, it's not like these people can't go and buy foods that their vessel would benefit from. You know what I mean? They choose to eat the ramen noodles, drink the quart of waters, get the 3-liter CNC soda for 12 cents. Never mind you saying, how the hell I'm getting 3 liters of soda for 12 cents? That never even comes into mind. They just looking to say, wow, I'm about to come up. 12 cents for this? Let me get 4 of them joints. You know what I mean? Let me get 4 of them joints. They get into fake vegetables, the white rice, the BS foods, the canned foods, the BS foods. You know what I'm saying? Those foods is like defibrillators that reactivate and sustain that broke vibration. Because wherever these people go, they exhaust life. They exhaust it. The way how they live, the way how their minds work, they lifestyle, they habits, is all about exhausting life. Wherever they go, they want to cause drama, turn up. That's exhausting life. You know what I'm saying? People could be at a function, enjoying themselves. These people want to exhaust life. They want to change the whole dynamics of that environment so it could resemble a broke environment where everybody is just walking around looking to exhaust somebody's potential, looking to exhaust life. You know what I mean? These people you don't see it plenty of times, especially these rappers, when they talk about when I came from nothing, I'm broke. I was broke, I came from nothing. So, I'm just buying everything now because I want it all. Nah. Being broke doesn't mean that you came from nothing, because that's an illusion like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Being broke, you didn't come from nothing. Your vessel came through your mother's womb by assistance of your father. So you didn't come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And, they run with that all the time and saying, well, this is the reason why I got large spending habits, because I came from nothing and I just want it all. No, you have large spending habits because you are an exhauster. You were there to exhaust life. You know what I'm saying? You are there to exhaust life. That's why they say things like, these rappers, they live in the fast lane. When you live in fast, you're exhausting life. It's like everything is speeding up. You exhausting it. In other words, you don't know how to utilize the money to prolong or nurture life, to sustain life. You know what I'm saying? You use the money to exhaust life. You want things to move fast, ultimately because they clones, but you want things to move fast because you are all about exhausting life. They are not prolonging it. They are not sustaining it. They are not enhancing life. Look how they live. They are exhausting life, and when you exhaust life, look at them. They do numerous drugs every day, all day. Now you tell me that's not a description of someone who's exhausting life, smoking 100 L's a day, thinking that's cool, popping pills, drinking lean. You know what I'm saying? You having an abundance of sex. You having more sex with women in 30 days than the average guy out here is having with girls in 3 years. You have more sex with girls in 30 days than the average guy out here has with girls for 3 years. And they would try to make it seem like that person is a square, like, oh, he lame, he don't get no chicks. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they try to sum it up. But the reality is that individual is not exhausting life. See, these people, they move fast because they're on a clock. It's not like they advance. You know what I'm saying? Because advanced beings, they don't move fast in a way where they burning out. You know what I mean? They don't move fast in a way that they burning out. These people move on a burnout speed. They're not even moving fast. You know what I'm saying? We can throw that fast out the window because they misrepresenting what fast is. They're not even moving fast. They're not living in the fast lane. They're not living a fast life. They living a burnout life. They burning out. You know what I mean? Because they all about the exhausting. They have to exhaust life. And anyone that these people go around, they will be willing to exhaust, or they will try to exhaust their lifestyle. why you see these cats up in the club blowing 50 bands. They blowing 50 bands in the club. They exhausting life. My life is moving fast. No, your life is not moving fast. You're burning out. You know what I mean? You're burning out. That's why you see some of these rappers who's young and they look old as hell. Like, look at Lil Wayne. He look old as hell, man. That man look like he in his 60s, bro. I can't even say 60s because there's some guys, brothers out there, and some, sisters out there that's in their 60s, man. They look like they in their damn 30s, late 20s. But this man, he look old as hell, son. A lot of these rappers out here who be doing all these drugs, man. Living a so-called fast life. They look old as hell, man, because they burning out, huh? They burnouts. You know what I mean? They burnouts. And that's because they have the broke vibration. Keep in mind that being broke ultimately is not having the ability to access money or luxurious items. You know what I mean? Because these people were put in position to have money or luxurious items. And you see that they don't have it for long. Because they depreciate the value. They burn it out. They burn out houses. They burn out cars. They burn out jewelry. They burn out clothes. They burn out women. They burn out money. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a burnout, son. You know what I mean? They burning out everything. Because they broke. They don't know how to utilize energy in a way that it will sustain and perpetuate their life. They burn it out. And they looking at it like, well, you even heard some of these cats up on rappers, celebrities, rich people, you know what I'm saying? They'll say things like, well, I'm rich. Why would I listen to a broke guy? Like why would I listen to what a broke man got to say? You know what I'm saying? Because they looking at broke as not having nothing. You know what I'm saying? But broke is to exhaust. When you exhaust it. You know what I mean? They are exhausting money. And even if these people might appear to be rich or wealthy with whatever money that they have, it's all a burnout. They all gonna burn out. And a lot of them don't even have the bread that you think they got. That just be for TV. You know what I mean? That just be for TV. That be for show. You don't be having it like that. They be burning out. Before these people even get their check is already gone. You know what I mean? So that whole broke thing, it's people. It's a lifestyle for them. It's in their energy makeup. You know what I mean? It's in their energy makeup. You always gonna have entities on the planet like that. You know what I mean? That's how these clones operate. They might not know that they clones, but they moving on a clone vibration. Burnouts. They got to do things fast because energetically the vibration is vibing on a frequency that, we don't know when it's going to be over, so we might as well just try to do everything what we could do right now. Because, they only live once. You know what I mean? And that's for the clones. That ain't for the God race. You know what I mean? That's for the clones. So it's like they try to do as much things as they can because they know ultimately death is inevitable for them. I'm talking about real death. I'm not talking about the death when these people, these spirits come out the body and they bury the body. You know what I'm saying? That's fake death. That's not real death. That's not real death. That's fake death. That death that you think is death, that they programmed the planet to see as death, that is an offering to the underworld. Your funerals is an offering to the underworld, which is Earth. You know what I mean? That's the way how they feed Earth. With your bodies in the coffin. You know what I mean? It's an offering to the underworld. That's not death. It's a ritual that these Masons is doing in these churches. And these reverends and these pastors, they don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean? Because they're just following a script. But that prayer that they doing is a sacrificial ritual in the means of an offering. You know what I mean? I gave the example eons ago talking about when you see people bless their food. When you see people have their food on their plate, whether that be a steak, hamburger, french fries, you know what I'm saying, some greens, some rice, beans, chicken, liver, beets, corn, turkey, pork, whatever's on your plate, and you say grace, you're not blessing the food. They blessed the food when they was sacrificing it. Because you gotta know there's different phases that makes up the sacrificial delivery. You know what I'm saying? When you saying your grace, that's not blessing the food. When they sacrificing the food, that's blessing it. You know what I mean? When they pulling the plants out of the ground, killing the plants, that's sacrificing it. When they putting a damn nail gun in the head of a cow, you know what I'm saying? Or hanging a pig upside down, cutting the throat, killing deers and lambs. You know what I mean? When they pulling the wheats out of the ground to get the rice and all that, that's the sacrifice. That's blessing right there. That's bless. That's blessing. Because when you do blessing means to have blood spilled by way of the sacrifice. That moisture that comes out of the plants when you pull it, that's the blood of the plant. You know, as I've stated before, blood is not ultimately red. You have green blood, yellow blood, blue blood, purple blood, orange blood. You know, as I stated before, juice is not juice. That's blood. Your apple juice, orange juice, strawberry juice, grape juice, that's blood. That's blood you're drinking. But you know, in the Matrix, they tell you it's juice. So it deviates your consciousness from the reality what's taking place. But that's blood. And I said this before, next time you see a lion digging his motherfucking face in that damn elephant's belly, and you see all that blood all on his face, you know what I mean? And the lion just licking his face, and you looking at it like, damn, that lion is nasty. Hell no, that motherfucking blood, it tastes like motherfucking strawberries to a damn baby. And that baby got that strawberry, what is it? That strawberry yogurt. And the baby just put the whole thing in their face, and the baby just start licking their face. Yo, that's what that motherfucking blood tastes like to that animal, man. It tastes great. You know what I mean? So, and they killing the food and preparing the food. That's a form of the bless. That's the form of the blessing. When you saying the prayer now, that is a seance you're participating in to offer that sacrifice onto you. You accept the sacrifice. When you saying the grace to your food, that is a sacrificial. It's all based in, it's gonna sound crazy when I say this, but it's all based in Satanism. It's all based in Satanism. Not the Satanism how they told you to see Satanism. But the Satanism, which have to do with the sacrifice, is all Masonic themes. When you saying the grace, you are you accepted the sacrifice, and the prayer represents you accepting the sacrificing, accepting the sacrifice, saying that it is a please the sacrifice. You're satisfied with the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You basically embrace this sacrifice. It is a worthy sacrifice. That's what the prayer represents. And now you would take the sacrifice and offer it on to you, the physical body. You know what I'm saying? And when you eat the food, it goes into the pits, which is the belly. You know what I'm saying? Which in some instances is considered hell. It goes into the belly to be devoured by your nanotechnology, which is your cells. Your cells eat the food. You don't eat the food. You never eat food. You, the soul, don't eat food. You know what I'm saying? You're feeding your physical body. And the nanocells is eating the food. You know what I'm saying? It burns it. It cooks the food. The same way how you see how you cook your food on the stove, the oven and all that, with that high temperature degrees. The way how these cells in your stomach cook the food, they use acid. They cook it on a cellular level, another level. Stomach acid, they use acid, and it breaks the food down into like slush, so the cells could eat it and distribute it throughout the network of your physical body. That's what your funerals is. Your funerals is nothing more than a seance that has to do with those witches and wizards offering your physical body off to Gaia, Earth, the underworld. And when the priest is saying the prayer, it's saying that this is a worthy sacrifice. We are offering this sacrifice onto you. You know what I mean? We are offering this sacrifice onto you. So you got these people reading certain Bible scripts at funerals, not knowing that they participating in a seance to cast that body to the underworld, to be consumed by Earth, because Earth eat bodies. Earth eat bodies. Regardless how they programmed you to see Earth as this beautiful place, that's an illusion like Jesus Christ. As I stated before, Earth is responsible for a lot of this BS that be going on this damn planet, son. Don't think it's the so-called white man doing anything, son. You know what I mean? Because in some instances, man, the damn planet is the host, and the damn beast is just following orders from the damn planet. You know what I mean? So it's an offering when they put your body into the earth, and earth accepts the offering. It's feeding time. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing with offerings and all that, funerals and all that, talking about these people is dead. No, they're not dead. That's a seance. Death has stages. You know what I'm saying? You go through the so-called lifestyle, which is a dying style, when you participating in eating bad foods and doing all these drugs and hanging around people like broke people who exhaust life. That's one phase of death. That's when you're in the dying stage. Then when you go through the stage of you giving up the body to earth as an offering, that's another phase of dying. But the other phase of death, like when you're really dead, is when you the spirit. For the humans, the spirit cease to exist. The energy is destroyed. That's death. That ultimately is death. Not when you come out the body, son. That's a phase. You know what I mean? There's another phase after that. Straight up. I'm talking about when you really die. I ain't talking about when you just separate. When you really die, when the spirit is no longer able to absorb solar light, because solar light is like energy that sustains the spirit. Once the spirit can't feed up off the solar energy no more, it's only a matter of time before it fades out of existence. There's a bunch of spirits that died. A bunch of them, son. A bunch of spirits that died, son. You know what I'm saying? When you hear about certain humans on the endangered species list, or you hear about certain humans that's extinct, like they ain't around no more, what you think happened to the spirit that was once in that body? It died. Some of those spirits were able to inhabit other human bodies, but some of them died. You know what I mean? Not all those spirits in the lunar dimension that's stuck there gonna be there forever. It's gonna come a point in time when they're gonna cease to exist. Some of them is in complete darkness. And that's one of the final phases. You know, they call it limbo, complete darkness. That's one of the final phases before that spirit gets vaporized out of existence. Because it's like no energy down there now. No sunlight is coming down there. They can't reach nobody. Same way how you got so-called members of the black race out here. They can't reach nothing in a higher dimension. It's going to be like that. They blocked off. You know what I mean? They blocked off, man. But the broke have to do with exhausting life. They're exhausted. It don't matter what they do, what part of the planet they move to, what type of opportunities they get. It don't matter if they put in a better financial state, situation. It don't matter if they put in a better company situation. It don't matter if they meet people that's on that high vibe. It don't matter if you take them out the hood. You know they say you could take the dude out the hood, but they say you could take the one of the people, take people out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of people. In other words, you could take someone who is living in poverty and put them in a rich neighborhood, but it's only a matter of time before they turn that rich neighborhood into poverty if they don't get kicked out before that happens. You know what I mean? That's what that breaks down to. You could take the dude out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the dude. In other words, you could take this broke man or this broke woman over here, this broke male or this broke female, vibrating on this broke frequency. You could take them into an environment where it's luxurious. And I'm not even talking about materialistic items. I'm talking about stable energy. Energy that is stable. You know what I mean? You could take them and put them into a luxurious environment, and it's only a matter of time before they would try to reconfigure that luxurious environment into a broke environment. You know what I mean? Because they represent the broke vibration. Don't think that broke have to do with not having money. You know, that is a vibration, son. You know what I mean? It's like a parasitic vibration. It's like parasites. Wherever they go, they exhaust life. You could look at being broke as a parasite. You know what I mean? To exhaust life. Straight up. Oh man, how much money these people have, they're always gonna be broke. Always. In other words, it don't matter if you put a parasite amongst healthy cells in the body. One or two things is going to happen. That parasite is going to convert healthy cells into parasites, which would change the whole environment to a parasitic environment, or those healthy cells is going to get that parasite up out of there. because they see what's gonna happen. You know, see what's gonna happen. Straight up. They see what's gonna happen, B. They already know what it is. That's a quick little video right there, man. Just know that broke is a vibration that cannot be tamed. You know what I mean? It could be adopted by certain members of the guard race by way of implantation. And they do have the ability to reverse the effects. But when you're talking about these clones, ain't no reversing that. That's who they are. That's who they are. They need to exhaust life. They need to burn it out. Straight up, but yo, I'm up out of here, man. I already know what it is, man. Raise the vibe.